Good evening and welcome to Beyond the Front Page, a show brought to you by Community College, shown on Spectrum, Verizon Fios, as well as ARMA, the Auburn Regional Media Access, and the college's radio station, WIN 89.1. I'm your host, Guy Cosentino. Today is Election Day, so it is about 7:30 here on the East Coast. You have about an hour and a half to go vote if you have not, but stick around for the next 30 minutes to listen to our guest today to talk about the Business Improvement District in downtown, which is thriving. And then go vote. But we do want you to go vote today. So it's been a busy several months in downtown Auburn. If you haven't noticed, there's been everything from a speakeasy that has opened up to new businesses, including a flower shop smack dab in the middle of Auburn. We have a new coffee house going up on the East Hill, and there have been several festivals and displays of public art that have been unveiled. And so it's been a year also of transition for the Auburn Business Improvement District. Stephanie DeVito, who was a longtime director, departed, and in her place is a community fixture of sorts, Jessie Kline, who many of you know from the arts community, but also is the acting executive director of the BID, is here in the studio to talk to us about not only things that have gone on in the recent past, what's going on right now, but also we'll talk about the holiday parade at the end of the month. Welcome back.
Thank you, Guy.
Nice to see you
Happy
here.
to be here. Thank you so much.
So the biggest question for people who don't know, what's the BID?
Okay, so the Business Improvement District is a state designated area in the downtown. Basically, about 30 years ago, it started out as a partnership. That partnership grew to the Business Improvement District when a large majority of the property owners located in the district voted in favor of having a BID.
So let's talk about geography first.
Yes.
I always say it's James to John.
Yes, it is James to John.
And then in between it goes
In
really
between-
arterial to?
Well, it's basically Tompkins Trust
Okay.
that would be the northern boundary. And then the southern boundary is Seward Park.
Seward Park.
So just south of the Seward House Museum.
And as you said, it's a special tax district, so how are you
Yes.
funded?
So the property owners located in the district pay a special tax, an added tax on the assessed value of their building.
So how much do you raise for that?
It's about $130,000.
So it's based on their assessment, so do you know what the rate is?
It's about $3 per every
Perfect.
$1,000 of their assessed value.
And so it's based on their assessment, and are there exceptions like for churches or for not-for-profits?
Churches are
and housing?
exempt. Churches are exempt.
Churches are exempt.
Yes,
Okay.
they are. They are. But yeah, everyone else is.
And you have a board of directors?
We do. We have a 15-member board of directors. Majority of them are property owners who own, obviously, property right in the district. Then we also
And they have to be. You have to have so many
Yes.
property
In our
owners.
bylaws, it specifically states the breakout of the board members. A majority, which is 8, need to be the property owners, and then we've got business owners, then we have 1 resident who actually lives in the district. Then we also have city reps. So we have Jenny Haynes from City Planning, and these are appointed by the mayor and city council.
Is it your expectation she'll stay as city manager? Are you campaigning for that?
Well, she's our treasurer too, so
Okay.
she fills a very important role, and she's been so wonderful to work
And
with.
she's been there since
She's been
the
there.
start.
She's been there, yes. She's been on board for.
Not aging her, but she's
Yes.
been there
yeah,
30
she's
years.
been with the
in
city
the
for about
planning.
30 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is your mission for those who may not know what the mission is of the BID?
So it's basically to maintain downtown. So, it starts very basic, right? We've got the trash, we've got the flower power program. So the aesthetics of downtown, and obviously attracting new businesses, sustaining existing businesses, and
promoting the whole
for
area.
improving the quality of life of our downtown core.
And how big a staff do you have?
I have myself and Tom Corey as our beautification supervisor, and he handles the flower power program.
These are the colorful pots that are downtown on many
Yes. So the
corners
ground
inside.
pots, they're located mostly on the major intersections downtown. And then we also do the hanging baskets, which I have to give Beaumier Plastics and Earth Planter Flower
This is
kudos.
Tom Herbert, this is a new system.
It is, yes, so it's self-watering.
So
So they have a system in the bottom where actually the walls are filled with water. And then it wicks from the bottom.
So you mentioned
So you don't have to top water them very often.
So the hanging plants are on poles.
Yes.
Are you responsible for lighting those when not the lights, but the
purple?
colors around?
Oh,
So
the purple?
Yeah, so.
No, that's actually October from National Domestic Violence
So the bid
Awareness
isn't
Month.
responsible for that?
We are not.
Okay.
I think that's Cuba Seneca Community Action Agency does that.
And where's
for
your office
October.
located?
We are in the Equal Rights Heritage Center.
Okay, the Visitor Center across from City Hall, because we're going to talk
Yes.
about that in a few minutes.
Yes.
Okay.
So we also have other employees, but they are focused on the Equal Rights Heritage Center.
So are they your employees?
They are bid employees.
All right, so what do they do?
They manage the center.
Okay.
So Courtney Wright Casper, who I know
was
you've
here-
had
was here
a guest.
couple weeks ago. We had a
Yep,
beautiful, talked about the beautiful tourism book
Yes.
that's out.
Yes, Visit Auburn. Yep. So they run the center, the facility, all the programs, lectures, workshops. They also manage Auburn's Historic and Cultural Sites Commission, which is promotion and marketing, like the Willard Chapel, the Seward House, the Tubman Home. The bid is a part of it. The Chamber, Schweinfurth, Cougar Museum,
Okay.
all the historic sites.
So they're all. So
they
are you the
manage that
landlord
as well.
Do you manage the Equal Rights Heritage Center for the city?
Yes, we
Okay.
contract with the city to manage the center.
And how long will you be doing that? You've been doing it since its opening.
We
but-
have been, yes, and it's the 6th year. Actually, they have a business after 5 next Wednesday, the 13th, to celebrate their 6th year.
Okay.
Yeah.
But for the time being, the plan is for the city to have you manage
yeah,
that.
Yeah,
so-
it works to everyone's advantage.
Does the city cover all of your costs for that?
For the center, yes.
Yes, okay.
Yes, they do.
So
yes, they do.
So let's break out downtown into 3 parts right now.
Sure.
Events, some really cool new
Yep.
stores going in.
Yes.
And then you have another event coming up. So let's deal
Yes.
with what's already come. You've had a busy
Sure,
summer
yes.
that you helped on. What's your first summer event besides concerts?
Yes, first summer event is Memorial Day Parade and the Food Truck Rodeo.
Okay.
So the city, actually, Kim Basso, got to give her major kudos. She organizes the Memorial Day Parade, obviously with other staff and volunteers. And then we have the Food Truck Rodeo afterwards, right on Market Street. So we have about a half a dozen or a dozen food trucks and mobile food vendors, and also music in the band shell.
And did you?
And the duck derby.
And did you have good turnout?
We
for-
did. We
Okay.
did until it started raining.
Right, of course. So you also did.
Yeah, and the duck derby is back,
So
but
you-
with Tomato Fest.
Yeah, so I was going to
So
ask
that's
you,
a
let's do
switch.
2 other ones. So you've got
Yeah.
Founders Day, which is in mid-August,
Yeah.
which is a car show.
Yes.
How did that go this year?
It was fine. The car show seems to be sadly shrinking because I think just membership, and it changed from a car show to a car cruise-in.
Okay.
There's a difference. It's just more casual
When
as
you
far
say
as
cruise,
it's
I don't understand what
a
that is.
cruise-in. Basically, you cruise in and park versus like a staged. Maybe they are
If you went to
grouped
the
by
Father's Day-
category, and there's prizes.
Oh, so this
there's
is
a
not a juried
booklet.
show. Okay,
Exactly.
okay.
So it's more relaxed.
So you
in its
bounce. So we've gone
nature.
May,
Yeah.
August,
So
September rolled around.
Yeah.
You had Tomato Fest.
yes, yes.
How was your turnout for that?
It was good. It was very good. We were a little worried about the weather, but it ended up holding, and we had a really good turnout.
And say again when Duck Derby is.
Duck Derby actually is Memorial Day. So it's after the parade
Right.
during the food
But
truck
it's staying
rodeo.
that way. I know there was a year or 2
Yes.
because there was a
Yes.
change with Kiwanis.
Exactly.
So
Kiwanis
who's operating it
was
now?
looking to pass it off to another charitable organization. So Tomato Fest is
the
running it
beneficiary.
now.
Is
Yes.
the beneficiary, even though it's not Tomato Fest weekend.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. But they also do get a lot of help from Ancient Order of Hibernians.
And then finally, about 3 weeks ago, you had Gobble and Go.
Yes, Gobble
who
and
ran
Go.
that?
That's Auburn Education Foundation, but we do have a very, very
That's right. I got to
large
see your lovely
part
mother was here.
of that. Yes, she was.
and
International visitors coming.
That's okay. We'll take the money from wherever.
We'll take them.
Exchange rate might not be working for
Yeah,
her.
I
but,
know, right? I got her ticket.
And so
So we had 17 venues, which was great. That's the most we've ever had. CCC, the Culinary Center, was a new participant this year. They did fantastic. Yeah, their
So-
food was a huge hit.
besides the holiday parade, which we'll deal with next,
Yeah.
any other major downtown events? I know you have something for this weekend. No, not this weekend. When is Shop Locally?
Oh, Small Business Saturday?
Small Business Saturday.
That's actually the same Saturday as the parade. That's
Okay.
November 30th. Yes.
So what is that?
Small Business Saturday is, I mean, it's not just us. It's obviously a
nationwide.
national promotion. You know, you've got Black Friday, where it's more the big box stores, even shopping online. Small Business Saturday is the opposite. You know, go to your downtown, shop your local shops, you know, give your love to your local community and the smaller boutique scaled, you know, mom and pop shops that need the business.
So we'll go to those
Right,
in just a
so-
second because you had.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about now. So
Yeah.
you've had some really great new business. You've been
Yes.
with the bid how long?
14 years.
Okay, so you've seen a lot of things come and go,
I have.
but that should be said that that's a normal business cycle.
Sure.
Some businesses
Sure.
survive, and some
Yeah,
businesses,
it's usually within a 5-year window is,
if they can make it.
yeah. Yeah.
So I'm going to pick on my favorites right now,
Yeah.
and if there's more, you.
Yeah,
go.
please.
So obviously, you have. Let's start from East Hill. Maybe not my
Okay.
favorite. We're going to go all the way down because I don't drink coffee. But I hear Cafe Cobalt, which is very big in
Yay.
Syracuse.
Yes.
Has a number of sites there.
Yes.
They're going up on East Hill in the old
Gretchen's
space.
Confections
All right.
space. Yeah, they
When
did
do they
a little,
open?
Well, they did a little soft opening for Halloween.
Okay.
Just for families and trick-or-treaters. And, you know,
Because
to
that's
just-
what we need: caffeine and sugar.
I know,
for,
right?
trick or treaters. So
Sugar for the kids, caffeine for the parents.
So they are opening officially when? Though?
Officially on the 23rd
So
of
they'll-
November.
So they'll be ready if you want to go for the holiday parade, which is the 30th.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. They will be open for that, and they're going to be open daily.
Okay.
They have a very ambitious schedule.
And when you say daily, so they'll be open 7 days a week?
Yes.
And do you know what their hours are going to be?
I
roughly?
think they're maybe like 7 or 8 to maybe 6 or 7. So it's, yeah.
So they're
They'll
longer
be-
than some of the other.
Yes.
You have a number of food establishments that comes to
Yes.
mind as you've got a new. I'm skipping all over the place. Sorry.
It's all
So you
good.
got a
I
new
got
bagel
you. Yeah,
shop,
Auburn Bagel
Mr.
Company,
Dodabo,
Tony Dodabo,
and been in
doing
there.
amazing.
Great sandwiches and whatnot. So
He's doing a great job.
what are they doing there if people haven't? And that's located.
That is, boy, that was the old Doddabo's
Do's
pizza.
Pizza.
So bring
Okay.
it full
So,
circle,
right across from the Auburn
right?
Public Theater if you
Yes.
don't know where it is.
Exactly.
And they're open early in the morning to about
They
3.
are, yes. Yeah,
And-
about 7 or 6 till 3.
And like Cafe 108 across the street, which would be a sister,
Yes, Angela.
they're open till
Yep.
3 as well. So
Yes.
they're new down there as well.
Yeah.
You also have a
Yes.
new flower shop
Yes.
that's opening up.
Yes. Pedal House FLX.
And some cool murals there.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous murals.
Gorgeous.
Very
They've done
bright
such
store.
a beautiful job
They
with the
opened
space.
about 3 weeks ago, right?
Yes, they did.
And so are
Yes,
they
they
opened
did.
every day of the week?
Yeah, you know, that is a good question.
Okay.
We'll
So-
have Browns.
Right.
Was the last
Susan
cafe
Martini
that
had A to
occupied
Z
that
there.
space.
There's been other
Oh,
stores.
right, I
So,
know.
it goes
Yeah,
back.
yeah,
so,
yeah.
So they're there as
Yes,
well.
yeah.
You also have a new speakeasy.
Yes, yeah, the Armory. So we
Okay.
went round and round about the name.
Okay.
'Cause I
So
do-
tell people what that. So where is it?
So the Armory is, all right, I'm going to go way back for people. Clear Light Lounge. Will
Okay.
you remember that? That is the basement space of the John Stevens
I was going to say
building.
it's the Stevens Building. So it's on the
Yes.
corner of
It's on the
State
corner.
and the Loop.
So Prison
across from the
City
Citizen,
Pub,
old
Prison
Citizen.
City Pub and Brewery. It's the basement of that space.
Okay. And so
Yeah.
what are they serving there?
So it's the same.
Okay.
So it's cocktail lounge. It's a smaller scaled, intimate space. They've been doing, they've moved their home-brewed comedy shows there.
It's a smaller space.
It's a smaller space.
And is that open during the normal hours of
Yes.
the restaurant?
Yes.
So, okay.
Yep. And they're
it's
doing like jazz.
And light fare.
Yes, I imagine you can order whatever you would order upstairs to have.
Food's delicious.
Yes,
Not
it
that-
is.
not that
and
this-
private parties galore.
Private.
It's the perfect size for private parties.
So the other item that's coming downtown that we should
Yes.
mention is you're going to have a new marijuana dispensary.
Yes, Wildflower.
And where is that going?
That is going in the old Octane social space and the bay next door. So
Okay,
they're
so that's
actually
the old
two
Nolan's
bays.
block.
Nolan's block, yep.
Okay.
So where Octane was, and then to the left, the next bay, they broke through the wall and they're using both of those lots.
So,
And this is going to be high-end, upscale, not bright neon.
Okay.
Yeah.
well, because you've got some smoke shops that are somewhat, and I know you can't say
Right.
this, but I can.
Yeah.
There are some very bright,
Yeah.
well-lit
Yeah.
stores that
Yeah.
you have down
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. That is
I
not
I
what
want to
they're
deal with the
going
dispensary
for.
first. I know there's been some
Yeah.
closures of some smoke shops in between.
Right, right.
What is planned for the dispensary?
So the dispensary, they hope to be open by Thanksgiving.
Okay.
So it's a young couple. They're in their 30s. I just had lunch with the new manager, Stephanie
Are we
Kelly.
aging ourselves when we say young
I
couples?
know, we are, we are. The millennials, that was my theme for my last article. Millennials are running our downtown.
So what will they be selling there, and how can you buy things there? Because this is regulated.
It is, it 100% is. It's
So
a
this is
licensed dispensary.
Licensed by the state of New York, not the city of
Correct.
Auburn or the bid.
Correct, the state.
The state, okay.
They're from Pennsylvania.
Okay.
So they're new to this area, and they were looking all over central New York for a new location and fell in love with downtown.
So they will be operating there. Who can go in the store, who cannot go in the store?
I would imagine it's 21
Okay.
and over, because I think that's pretty standard for
so this is gonna-
dispensaries.
Okay, so this is going to be a sea change for some people
Right.
in Auburn and Q
Right.
County. So not that you
Yes.
are advocating one way or the other.
Sure.
Do you have bid members who are concerned about a dispensary downtown?
I think in that it is a high-end dispensary, and the aesthetics will be pleasing. I think that will go a long way for everyone's ease. You know, like you mentioned, I mean, just the bright lights and it's just tacky, for lack of a better word.
And
It's
you-
not what we're looking for or what we want. So,
So
Yeah.
I get to drive around the Finger Lakes occasionally for
Yeah.
business-related purposes. You have a very vibrant downtown. I know there are some downtowns to the west of us who are really suffering,
right,
and we might get into
sure.
federal state money on that one. What do you think the state of downtown is today?
I'm very excited for the state of downtown today.
So I talked about, I think, 6, 7 new things going in. What's on the drawing board? Are there other things that you see landing soon that you may not be able to say what the specific business is,
Right.
but do you have other retail?
Well, I mean, I got to tell you, that is our weakest link. Retail is so tough. We've tried to attract, it to come to our downtown. Businesses that we wanted to stay, did not make it. I mean, again, it's up to our local residents to shop there. And
But what has been resilient, for the most part, has been
Right.
restaurants.
yes.
And I know
yes,
Phil
and craft
Romano,
breweries.
who you and I
Oh,
used
yes,
to listen to
yes.
20 years ago,
Yeah,
15
right,
years ago.
yeah.
He always said the danger is the retail, that you got to have retail that can match with restaurants, but he also said restaurants
Okay.
are tough. You've had extremely good luck with restaurants.
Yeah, we really have. Like, for example, I mean, Wally's, which was one of the kind of key stakeholders, when downtown took a turn for the better maybe 10, 15 years ago. I mean, they just added that double-decker deck
Right.
off the back. I mean, they're, still investing very heavily in their property. it's just all good news that
So-
I see as far as the state of
Right.
things
So
right now.
is it the bid's responsibility, or whether official or unofficial, that you're
Right.
going out there to say, okay, we've got this space, it's 1,500 square feet. How do we work with that landlord to find them a tenant?
Yes, we definitely refer. I mean, obviously, we don't want to get overly involved, but making connections between folks that want to open a business and property owners, yes, we definitely link them together.
So
There's no question.
I wanna
And
talk-
work towards the right tenant.
So should we expect any other announcements in the near future? Do you have other
Well,
things?
I mean, I just read the paper today, and the Hideout is,
This is
which-
Darryl Clark. I should say
Yes.
for the record, I did not mention him because he's a member of my board.
Okay.
But Darryl Clark and the Hideout is moving from Aurelius into the
to
city.
the Genesee Center.
And when will they be up
It
in
looked like
early
the-
2025?
Yes, early 2025.
And so
yeah.
that'll bring a whole new customer
Yes.
base.
Family, youth.
So with the
Yes,
pizza
which is
place,
great.
Earl Thurston's there, you've got
Next
Next
Chapter.
Chapter, Mesa Grande. That's
Yep.
fairly filled then, with once Mr. Clark is there, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Um,
yes.
Should say something.
Mesa
that's-
Grande, obviously.
Right. So, before getting to what I want to talk about is,
Yeah.
there is something that's in your district. Do you have any
Yeah.
update on the Shines Theater or what's going on?
No, I wish I did.
Okay.
I wish I did.
Yeah. Do they talk to you at all? Do the owners communicate? I know.
No.
Okay. So.
Bill
one-
Bowers, no.
Okay.
I think it's Bill Bowers.
Yes.
Yes.
So is it something that at some point you're in communication with the city on?
Yes, yes. Jenny
Okay.
Haynes actually keeps us apprised of what is happening.
Okay, so holidays are coming up.
Yes.
Not that anybody's looking at their turkeys yet.
I know,
but
it's hard to believe it's 78 degrees out there.
It is. So holiday parade is when?
Yes, so the holiday parade, 37th annual holiday parade, is Saturday, November 30th.
And it's on Saturday. For many years it was Friday. You've changed it to Saturday maybe a dozen years ago, for those who may not remember.
I've done it for 14 years, and it's always been on
Saturday,
Saturday.
okay.
But hey,
All right.
That's all I can
is
speak
there,
to.
Anything planned new for the parade itself?
no, not for the parade itself, other than we did bump up the time, the start time last year to 5 o'clock.
Okay.
From 6 o'clock.
So it goes from
to give
eat-
us more daylight.
Okay,
for
so
the
you're going from
lineup.
downtown, zipping
Yep,
down
it
to Metcalf
starts-
Plaza, turns. You end
Yes.
up, we have a new mayor. So Mayor Quill did 12 years
Yeah,
of this.
right,
Are
yep.
you doing anything new with Mayor Ginantino?
I mean, he will do a nice little, quick holiday presentation, and then he will announce the winners of the float competition.
Okay.
So we have the top 3 prizes for floats.
No choirs or anything? I know.
We do, actually,
do,
we do.
okay.
Yeah, we've got Genesee Street Voices will
Okay.
be performing. Auburn High School Vanguard Band will be performing actually in the courtyard of ERHC
And I know the junior high
versus
is in
marching in the
line.
parade.
You-
And then we have other musical entertainment. We have 3 members of the cast of Frozen from Royal Promises. I know the children absolutely go crazy over the Disney characters. We've also got Mike Doyle, Julie Howard are going to be doing a Christmas sing-along.
And where are those all going to be? In the mall or?
They
the-
will be at the Equal Rights Heritage
They
Center.
will be. So Equal
Yep.
Rights Heritage is also doing something as well.
Pre-parade from 2 to
Pre-parade.
5.
And what are they doing there?
So that would be the music with Mike Doyle and Julie Howard, the Frozen characters. They're actually doing with Taste New York Market 4-H craft activities with families. And Taste New York does like warm drinks. And so things for families to do will be happening from 2 to 5. Parade at 5, then Genesee Street Voices and the band, and then visits with Santa and Mrs. Claus after the tree lighting ceremony.
All right, I got less than 3 minutes. And there's 2 big items I want to talk about. So let's deal with one really quickly.
Yes.
The bid does do a gift card program?
We do.
Okay,
Yay.
what is that and in what denominations?
Okay, so basically, I think it starts at maybe $20. You can get them online at auburndowntown.org. or you can get them at the front desk of the Equal Rights Heritage Center. So basically, say you buy a gift certificate for $50. So with that $50, you can use it at, there's almost 40 participating businesses.
Only in downtown, or are they
Only in
outside?
downtown.
Okay.
Yep, it's strictly downtown. So from Wegmans to Cafe 108 to, Auburn Public Theater. The listing is on our website of all the different places that it can be redeemed, and it makes a great gift for people that don't know what to get people.
So
Because it's the least case you can get Wegmans groceries.
So as I said, you are well known, most likely more so in the arts community. One thing you're
Yes,
coordinating
right.
separate from the bid is public art downtown.
That is part of my bid.
That is part of your bid. Okay. So you've
Yeah.
done 3 big installations.
We have done 6.
No, but in the last 3 months.
Yeah. Oh, I know, right?
No, what
What
I'm saying-
time is it? There's
Yeah.
another one going in.
Well, there's a 4th one going in. So you've done the hands. You've done
Yes.
The statue.
Sky Woman.
Sky Woman over by the Y.
Yep.
You have something that's new on East Hill Medical Center.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. You got
Yes.
about a minute. Or we could do a whole new show on this if you want to come back to just talk about.
I know, the public art's amazing. So East Hill, so it's a tree of love. I did it with my significant other. I'm
Okay.
outing myself. Jonathan Cantrell did the design. And East Hill ended up getting some DRI money funneled through.
So it's East Hill Medical,
It
not
is.
East Hill up by Angelo's.
Correct.
Okay. So when is that
Correct.
official unveiling?
They haven't set a date yet. We have completed it.
Right. It looks wonderful.
Thank you, thank you. We're also creating some benches, rainbow-colored benches that we are going to be installing inside. So once that's done and they get exterior improvements done, because that's part of their package too, then we will unveil.
So,
Hopefully before the snow flies.
okay. So I would like to invite you back for the spring
Sure.
to talk about. We have not even covered DRI
I
in
know.
downtown. and
Lots,
I love
lots,
that.
lots.
So I would like to come back to public art because there's a
Sure.
lot going on in there, and you'll
Yes.
maybe have some new stores to announce.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So our guest over the last half hour has been Jesse Kline, the Acting Executive Director of the Auburn Downtown Business Improvement District. Thank you for being here.
Thank you,
to talk
Guy.
about what's going on there. A reminder, the holiday parade is November 30th. It starts at 5 o'clock.
Yes.
There are some pre-events at the Heritage Center that you can go to beforehand starting at 2 o'clock, so we encourage you to do that. We'll be back on Thursday with an Inside Government with Hugh County Legislative Chairwoman Aileen McNabb-Coleman. We'll be talking about just a general county update, but specifically where she is on the budget for 2025 that goes into effect in about 55 days, as well as what's the status of the county office building, also in downtown and in the district.
Yes.
That will be filed with a Beyond the Front Page with the Executive Director of the Erie Canal Museum, Natalie Stenson, who used to work at the Seward House, and her Director of Education and Public Programs, Derek Pratt. We'll talk about what is going on not only at the Erie Canal Museum, but this is the 200th anniversary. We keep hearing the words Micron, and every time somebody says Micron, it's our Erie Canal moment. Well, let's talk about the Erie Canal and what that's done and what they're doing over at their museum. In the coming weeks, we'll have the mayor of the city of Auburn, as we've mentioned. Terry Cuddy will be here, a member of City Council on water issues, as well as Dr. Misty Slavic, the new superintendent of schools. Give us your ideas for future guests or questions for them at cozguytho@aol.com. I'm Guy Cosentino for QU Community College. Thank you for watching. We will see you back here on Thursday. It is about 8 o'clock here on the East Coast. And if it's Tuesday, it's Election Day. You have less than an hour to go vote.